What's up, everybody? It's time to make our thumbs a little more green in today's episode of Wisconsin Wonder Garden. As we check out some of the beautiful fruit that our Epiphyllum curly Sue has given us, we're going to be showing you guys how to collect the seeds from the fruit, as well as how to prep and plant the seeds once you've got them out. So the fruits of the Epiphyllum are actually all edible. So this is a prime example of one that you would eat. While this one is about a week and a half older than the first one we just looked at, you can see that it's starting to become wrinkled and it's shriveling up. That's the time where you want to start harvesting your seeds specifically. So to get these off, I'm going to try and just wiggle. Oh, that didn't work too good. So these are on here pretty good. So just with a nice cut right up here, we're going to take this thing off. Opening up the fruit, you can see it's kind of just like passion fruit. It's real sticky. It's got lots of seeds in there. These things are super sweet if you pick them at the right time. They're great tasting fruit, so I highly recommend at least trying it once because it's just scrumptious. To get the seeds out of here, we're just going to get a bowl full of water, mash up that fruit pod, and then just swirl it around in the water to get all of those little seeds detached and removed from the pulp. So just getting it all off here. Now I'd like to just take my hands and really kind of wisp it up to remove as much pulp as possible. And once you've done so, you might notice that a few of these seeds are floating to the surface. Those seeds are throwaway. About 99% of the time, the ones that float up to the surface are not going to germinate at all, so you can just toss them. So then I dumped the rest of the seeds into the fish net and I ran it through the sink a little bit to try and get rid of some more pulp if at all possible. We're just going to lay this out and spread it across some paper towel so that it can air dry. After they've dried out for a day, you can go ahead and put them in an envelope if you're storing them, or this is how you're going to plant them. Inside this container is just about a 1/3 mixture of perlite, 1/3 sand, and 1/3 regular soil. So the soil is completely wet, but there's no standing water. This is important to make sure that the seeds germinate correctly. We're just going to take the seeds and tap them right onto the surface of the soil. The most important part is just to make sure that they're adequately spaced for when they grow. So you could even spread it out using an envelope like I'm doing here. Either way will work just fine. After you've laid out all the seeds, no other work is needed. I would just give it a quick mist from here before you put this whole thing into a Ziploc bag. So now, as you've seen, we've just taken the Tupperware, put it in a Ziploc bag, squeezed out most of the air, and this is exactly how it's going to sit for the next 3 months. I'm just going to want to make sure the soil doesn't dry out, but besides that, don't even pay attention to this thing. Put it in a well-lit area that does not get too much direct light, and that is it. It's been about a week since I put them in the bag originally, and as you can tell, they're already sprouting. So I'm just going to keep on the way it is, just leave this bag untouched unless I see it starting to get like dry up on the surface of the soil. I'll watch for that, but otherwise I'm just going to let them grow. So you can kind of see when I shade it. I'm going to let them grow just as is. With that being said, thank you all so much for watching. We'll see you in the next video.